Hello everyone, welcome to the session of coordinate geometry. In the last session, I explained what is the circumcenter of the triangle, Let me repeat that one now. So, what is the circumcenter of the triangle? The point of concurrency of perpendicular bisectors of the triangle. Suppose you have to take the triangle like this. Okay, this is A, this is B, this is Z. So, BC midpoint, suppose it is the perpendicular line to the BC bar passing through BC. Perpendicular line to the BC bar passing through C, midpoint of BC. In the same way, the perpendicular line passing through midpoint of AC, this is. In the same way, this is the perpendicular line passing through midpoint of AB, this one. So, these three are the perpendicular bisectors of triangle ABC. Those three perpendicular bisectors are concurrent at some point in the triangle. That point of concurrency is called circumcenter of the triangle. In general, the circumcenter of the triangle ABC is denoted with S, Also, I explained that the distance between S and A is equals to the distance between S and B is equal to the distance between S and C. Okay? SA is equals to SB is equals to SC. That means the circumcenter maintains the equidistance from the vertices of a triangle. Okay? Also, we learned that the location of the circumcenter in the triangle. Suppose you have to take an acute angle triangle. The circumcenter located inside of the triangle. Suppose you have to consider the right angle triangle. The circumcenter is the midpoint of the hypotenuse. Okay? Suppose we consider the obtuse angle triangle, then the circumcenter located outside of the triangle, Okay? Let me add 2 or 3 basics to these points today. Okay? Let me explain now the circle of the triangle ABC. It is the circumcenter of the triangle ABC. Let now I explain that the circumcircle of triangle ABC. So, circumcircle of triangle ABC. So, I will tell now it is. See, so what is the circumcircle of triangle ABC is the question now. This is the triangle ABC. This is circumcenter of triangle ABC. Yes, that one is equidistant from three vertices of a triangle. That is SA equals to SB equal to SC. I am taking that SA equal to SB equal to SC is some capital R. I am taking SA equals to this distance between these two is R. This is R. I am taking the distance between these two is also R. Now, let me draw a circle. Let me draw a circle by taking center as S. By taking circle center as S and taking the radius as R. R means we have to take the radius. Length is SA or SB or SC. SA equal to SB equal to SC, Let these 3 equals to R. Already we have to take. So, suppose you have to draw a circle. Let me draw a circle by taking S as a center and radius R. Then that circle, it is a center and this is the radius. It is a center, this is the radius. It is the center, this is the radius. Then the circle passes through. This is the radius, this is the radius, this is the radius, this is the center. The circle passes through the three vertices of a triangle. That circle is called circumcircle of triangle ABC. That circle passes through the three vertices of a triangle. That one has center S. S is the circumcenter, which is the perpendicular, which is the point of concurrency of perpendicular bisectors of triangle ABC. This is S. So, this is SA, this is SB, this is SC. I am taking that length as R. Those three distances are equal. Have to take that one as R. Suppose you have to take the radius as R, center is S, then you have to draw a circle. Okay? Then that circle passes through the three vertices of a triangle, that circle is called circumcircle of triangle ABC. That is the definition of circumcircle. So, drawn a circle with the center S, drawn a circle with the center S having and radius R. What about R? SA equals to SB equal to SA. The distance between the circumcenter two vertices. Three distances are there, 3 should be equal. So, we have to take that equal distance is R. So, we have to take center as S and radius as R. Then the circle passing through three vertices of triangle. That circle is called circumcircle of triangle ABC. Okay, this circle is called circumcircle of triangle ABC. That is the definition of circumcircle of triangle ABC. You have to remember, please. Okay. Next, what is the center of circumcircle? Yes. What is the radius of the circumcircle? R. That means SA or SB or SC. That is the radius of the circumcircle. Suppose we have to take an acute angle triangle. See here. This is acute angle triangle. Already I drawn here. This is less than 90, you know. This is less than 90, you know. This is less than 90, you know. So, this circumcenter. So, but we have to take a right angle triangle. We have to observe one thing here. Suppose I am taking the right angle triangle here. First one is acute angle triangle, that is general. So, I am taking the second one is right angle triangle. So, you know, in the right angle triangle, what is the location of circumcenter? Already I explained. Suppose you have to take the right angle triangle like this. You have to take the right angle triangle like this. The circumcenter is the midpoint of the hypotenuse, you know. So, the circumcenter is the midpoint of the hypotenuse. These two are perpendicular to each other. It is clear this one is hypotenuse. This is the midpoint. Suppose I have to take, this is the circumcenter of triangle ABC. Suppose triangle ABC is a right angle triangle with the angle B is equal to 90. Then AC is hypotenuse. Then in this right angle triangle, circumcenter is located at the midpoint of the hypotenuse, you know. So, this is S, you know, midpoint of the hypotenuse. You know that the distance between S and A, the distance between S and B, the distance between S and C is always same. Okay. Suppose I am taking the center of the circle is S like this and taking the radius length is SA or SC or SB. Suppose you have to draw a circle with the center S and radius SA or radius SB, radius SC. Then that circle, it is a center, passes through the three vertices of a triangle, which is a circumcircle of the triangle ABC. Here, this one is diameter of the circumcircle. That means, in right angle triangle, the hypotenuse is the diameter of the circumcircle. You have to remember. So, in right angle triangle, hypotenuse is diameter of circumcircle. Just you have to remember. Suppose you have to take obtuse angle triangle. Obtuse angle triangle I am taking, suppose third one. Obtuse angle triangle. Suppose you have to take an obtuse angle triangle like this. See here. This is obtuse angle triangle, you know. So, the angle between these two sides is more than 90. It is clear. So, this is the third side, suppose. Okay. Already you know, for the obtuse angle triangle, the circumcenter will be located at outside of the triangle. So, it may be like this. It is a perpendicular bisector. It is a perpendicular bisector, you know. This should be S. Okay, these three are the, this is the perpendicular bisector of this side, this is the perpendicular bisector of this side, this is the perpendicular bisector of this side. Okay, those three congruent at there. Yes, suppose you have to take this one as a center, you know, SA equals to, this is SA, this is SB, this is SC, SA equals to SB equal to SC, that is capital R suppose, then you have to take center S as a center and radius as SA or SB or SC, then that circle passes to the three vertices of a triangle. The circle may be like this. Okay, this is a huge circle, this is a huge big size circle we have. Okay, for obtuse angle triangle, the circumcircle will be huge, just remember. Okay, for acute angle triangle, no observation there, just the circumcenter lies inside of the triangle. It is a circumcircle, you know, that one is passes through the three vertices of a triangle. In the right angle triangle, it is a circumcircle. In this one, hypotenuse is the diameter of the circle. In obtuse angle triangle, circumcircle is this one, that circle will be huge. Okay, you have to remember please all these things. Let me solve some riders now. Okay, see. Okay, so first example, the circumcenter, find the circumcenter and circumradius. Okay, and circumradius of triangle formed by the points Okay, what are the points given? Means first one is 3, 2, the second point is 3, -2, and the third one is 5, 2, and the third one is 5, 2. So find the circumcenter and circumradius of the triangle formed by the points these three. So you have to observe those three given points. In these 2 points, abscissa is same. Okay, in these 2 points, ordinate is same. So you know, in the coordinate system, these 3 points always forms a right angle triangle. You know, already I explained about this in the last session. Okay, so now suppose we have to locate these 3 points in the coordinate system. It may be these two having abscissa same, that means those 2 vertices lie along the vertical line which is parallel to y-axis. Okay, you know, so vertical line, this is vertical line which is parallel to y-axis. So these 2 lie on that line. Okay, this is 3, 2, this is 3, -2, abscissa is same on this line. Ordinate rising from bottom to top. So rising from bottom to top means this is dominated this point on that line. So this is the point 3, -2. Suppose this should be 3, 2. You know, abscissa is same. Ordinate is rising from bottom to top. So it is the value 2. It is the value -2. So we have to locate at this point here. This is there. Next, by observing these 2 points into marked points, these 2 having same ordinate 2. That means those 2 points having same ordinate means those 2 lie along the horizontal line. That means which is parallel to x-axis. These 2 lie on the same horizontal line, but this is 3, 2, this is 5, 2. So these 2 lie along the same horizontal line means that is a horizontal line passing to 3, 2. We have to draw there. Okay, this is like, this is 3, 2. So 5, 2 is 5, 2 also lie on this line. It is clear because this one and this one having same ordinates, you know. So but in the horizontal line, Ordinate is same, 3 to 5 2, 2 2 is same. In the horizontal line, the abscissa is rising from left to right. The abscissa is rising from left to right. So it is 3. That one raises to 5. So this is located on this side of this point. So 3 2, next 4 2, next 5 2, maybe like this. This is the location of those 3 points. Those 3 points in the coordinate system roughly. So we have to connect these two. So these 3 vertices, that means in these 2 vertices abscissa is same, in these 2 vertices ordinate is same, then 3 vertices like that always forms a right angle triangle. You know, this is the right angle triangle. Now the question is, what is the circumcenter and circumradius of triangle? You know, what about circumcenter in the right angle triangle? Circumcenter is the midpoint of the hypotenuse. So it is a hypotenuse, you know. So this is the circumcenter. So SC is midpoint of these two. Suppose this is A, this is B, this is C, then SC is midpoint of AC bar. First I am writing about circumcenter here. So circumcenter is equals to midpoint of hypotenuse. Midpoint of hypotenuse, that is equals to midpoint of these two. 5 plus 3 by 2. 5 plus 3 by 2. Now what is the midpoint here? 2 minus 2 by 2. 8 by 2 is 4. Abscissa, 0 is ordinate. So for this right angle triangle, what is the circumcenter? 4 comma 0. Now we need more. Circumcenter find and circumradius also have to find here in the question. So circumradius means SA equals to SB equal to SC equals to, that is called circumradius, radius of the circumcircle. This is the circumcircle, you know. This is the circumcircle. This is the center. Then what you need? Circumradius. Circumcircle radius is called circumradius. Circumcircle radius is SA is radius, SC is radius. Suppose we have to connect these to SB is radius. In that one, SA equals to SB equal to SC. So to find the circumradius of that triangle, you have to find SA or SB or SC. Okay. Now circumradius is equals to circumradius of triangle is equals to, we have to find SA or SB or SC. Now I am finding SA here. So what is S? 40, already you know. So SA, that is equals to the distance between these two, or the distance between these two, or the distance between these two. You have to find any distances in these 3. I am finding now SA. SA is equals to square root of 4 minus 3 whole square. 4 minus 3 whole square plus 0 minus or minus 2. 0 plus 2 whole square. So this is 1. This is 1. This is 4. So what is the circumradius here? 5. Okay, suppose you have to find the distance SB, root of 5 minus 4 whole square, 1 plus 2 minus 0 whole square, 4. That is also root 5. Suppose you have to find this distance between these two, root of 4 minus 3 whole square, root 1 plus 0 minus 2 whole square, 4. This is also root 5. So SA equal to SB equal to SC, that is the radius of the circumcircle, which is called circumradius of the triangle. So what is the circumcenter here? 40. What is the circumradius here? Root 5. Okay. This is something about circumcircle of the triangle ABC, circumcenter of the triangle ABC. So I explained what is the center of the triangle. Already I explained what is the orthocenter of the triangle. Just finishing, what is the circumcenter of triangle. Okay. Now let me explain one more content about triangle ABC, that is in center of triangle ABC. Okay, in center of triangle ABC. So now we are going to explain in center of triangle ABC. Okay, that is there. So this is one more concept of the triangle. What is the in center of triangle ABC? First you have to learn about angular bisector of triangle ABC. internal angular bisector of triangle ABC. Internal angle. So this is suppose A, this is B, this is C. Okay, the angle between these two sides, take inside, this is internal angle of A. This is internal angle. Okay, the angle we have to take the angle inside of the triangle between these two sides. Suppose you have to take, this is the side, this is the side. Between these two sides, this is inside, this is outside. This is internal angle between these two sides. This is external angle between the same two sides. So now I am telling about internal angle. Okay, I am telling about internal angle of triangle ABC. This is internal angle A in this one. This is internal angle B in the triangle. This is internal angle C, which is angle between this side and this side. This is, we have to take inside of the triangle. So these three are the internal angles in the triangle ABC. Okay, suppose a line passing through A and bisects this angle like this. That line passing through A bisects this angle. This one bisects this angle. Suppose this angle is 60. Then if it is bisects this angle, this is 30, this is 30, like this. Suppose this line passing through A bisects this angle, this is called internal angular bisector of A. Internal angular bisector of angle A. Okay, so it is internal angular bisector of angle A. Okay, in the same way, it is angle B. It is angle B. Suppose the line passing through B and bisects the angle here, like this. This is internal angular bisector of angle B. I have to extend this line, that one goes like and meet the opposite side there. This is internal angle C. Suppose I have to draw a line which is passing through C. That one, suppose that one bisects the angle here. This is called internal angular bisector of angle C in the triangle ABC. Suppose I have to extend this line, then that one moves like this. That one moves like this and meet the opposite side somewhere. So it is internal angular bisector of angle A, it is internal angular bisector of angle B, it is internal angular bisector of angle C. Those three internal angular bisectors in the triangle meet at here. Okay, that is the point of concurrency of internal angular bisector of triangle ABC. The point of concurrency of internal angular bisector of triangle ABC is defined as incenter of triangle ABC. That is the definition of incenter of triangle ABC. That one is denoted by, in general, I. So incenter is always denoted with I. Just remember. So internal angular bisector. The line, if the line bisects, the angle A, if the line bisects the angle A, then that line is defined as angular bisector of A. Angular bisector of A. Okay, remember. For the triangle ABC, suppose you have to consider the triangle ABC, this is the internal angular bisector of A. In triangle ABC, okay, the point of concurrency of how many internal angular bisectors here? 3, because the triangle has 3 vertices. So this is the angular bisector through this vertex, this is the angular bisector through this vertex, this is the angular bisector through this vertex. You know, so the triangle ABC has, every triangle has 3 vertices. Okay, so three angular bisectors are there. So those three angular bisectors meet at a point. That point of concurrency. Now define. Okay, the point of concurrency, POC. What is the abbreviation of POC? Point of concurrency. The point of concurrency of internal angular bisectors of angles. The point of concurrency of internal angular bisectors of angles of triangle ABC is defined as in center of triangle ABC. In center of triangle ABC. That in center of triangle ABC is denoted by I, capital I. It is denoted by I. You have to remember. Okay, so this is the in center. This is the in center, which is the point of concurrency of angular bisectors of angle A, angle B, angle C in this triangle. Okay, now listen to me. This is the in center of triangle ABC. Okay, see here. A, B, C. So this is the angle A, this is the bisector. This is the angle B, this is the bisector. This is the angle C, this is the bisector. Okay. Those three angular bisectors meet at this point. This is called in center. So that one is denoted by I. That one is denoted by I. Okay. Now the point is, this I, this is one observation in this one. This I, suppose we have to find the perpendicular distance from I to this side. Suppose this is Ix. The perpendicular distance from I to this side BC, that is Ix. Okay, let it denote. The perpendicular distance from I to this side. Okay, this side. Suppose this is Y. The perpendicular distance from the in center to this side. Suppose this should be Z. It is I. Okay. So I is the in center. This is the perpendicular distance from I to this side. This is the perpendicular distance from I to IY, that side, AC. This is the perpendicular distance from I to this side, AB. Okay, here these three distances always equal. IX equals to IY is equals to IZ. Just remember. IX equals to IY is equals to IZ here. That means in center maintains the distance. In center is equidistances from the three sides of the triangle. In center I is the equidistance from the three sides of the triangle. What about circumcenter? I already explained. In the triangle, suppose you have to take the triangle ABC like this. This is triangle ABC. This is circumcenter. In the concept, circumcenter concept, SA is equals to SB is equals to SC, you know. That means the circumcenter equidistances from the three vertices of the triangle. Circumcenter is equidistance from the three vertices of a triangle. In center is equidistance from the three sides of the triangle. There, SA equals to SB equal to SC. There. Here, IX is equals to IY is equals to IZ here. IX is equals to IY is equals to IZ here. You have to remember. The circumcenter is equidistances from the three vertices of a triangle. In center is equidistances from the three sides of a triangle. So, IX equals to IY is equals to IZ. Let Ix equals to IZ, Iy is equal to IZ is equal to, suppose, small r. I am taking this one as small r. This one is this length, this length, this length. Okay. Ix is r, Iy is r, Iz is r. That is the meaning. Okay. Now I am going to explain the incircle of the triangle ABC. Incircle of triangle ABC. There, that is the circumcircle of triangle ABC, you know. Okay, you have to take center as S and radius is SA or SB or SC, then you have to draw a circle that is like this. This is circumcircle of triangle ABC. Now I am explaining about incircle. This is incircle of triangle ABC. Incircle of triangle ABC. Okay, what it is incircle? Listen to carefully. This is incircle. Okay. So, what did the incircle means? Okay, see. What is the incircle of triangle ABC? That means, suppose you have to draw a circle by taking I as a center. Okay. Let me draw again. Here. This is A, this is B, this is C. This is the in center. That means this I is the point of concurrency of angular bisector of A, point of concurrency of angular bisector of A, angular bisector of B, angular bisector of C, you know. This is in center. I am taking this one as a center. This length is equals to the perpendicular distance of I to this side is equals to the perpendicular distance of I to this side is equals to the perpendicular distance of I to this side. Should be equal, you know. Suppose that equidistance should be R. You have to take I as a center, R as a radius. This is the R. Okay. You have to take I as a center with radius R. Suppose you have to draw a circle. That circle having center I, radius Ix, Iy, Iz, then that circle touches all the three sides of a triangle. Okay? The circle touches all three sides of the triangle like this. Okay, see, this is I. The point of concurrency of internal angular bisectors of angles in triangle ABC. This is I am taking I. This I is equidistant from the three sides of the triangle. Suppose I am taking I as a center, this distance as a radius. Suppose it should be R, small r. Then that circle touches all three sides of the triangle. That circle is called incircle of triangle ABC. This is the incircle. This is the circumcircle. This is the circumcircle of triangle ABC. That one passes through three vertices of a triangle. Here, the circle touches all three sides of the triangle. The circle passes through three vertices of a triangle here. The circle touches all three sides of the triangle here. That is circumcircle. This is incircle. Remember. So, drawn a circle. Definition I am writing here. Drawn a circle with the center I, with the center I, and radius small r. What is r? Ix. This is small r. Okay. This is small r. Taking this is small r. This is small r. Okay. So, drawn a circle with center I and radius r, then that circle, the circle touches all three sides of triangle. Three sides of triangle. The circle is called, so it is called incircle of triangle ABC. That is the definition of incircle. Okay, it is in center, this is incircle, this is in radius. This is in radius. Here SA is equals to circumcircle, SB is equals to SC, capital R, distance is capital R. I denoted the distance SA equal to SB equal to SC equal to capital R. Here I denoted the distance Ix equal to Iy equal to Iz equal to small r. This R is circumradius in the circumcircle concept. This R is circumradius here. This is called circumradius. Okay, here the small r is in radius. This is called in radius. The small r in radius is denoted with small r, circumradius is denoted with capital R. You have to remember, please. Okay, next something about angular bisector. You have to Start this, sir. Next, properties of angular bisector. Properties of angular bisector. Okay. Also, this is a combination properties of angular bisector and incenter. So, have to learn very, very important properties with the combination of angular bisectors and incenter. Okay. So, see here, what is the statement here? Okay, this is a triangle ABC. This is the angular bisector of A. This is the angular bisector of A. So, this is the angular bisector of B, you know. This is the angular bisector of C, you know. Those three meet at the point somewhere, that is by the definition incenter. Suppose it is incenter, that one is denoted by I. That means the angular bisector of B passes through I, the angular bisector of C passes through I, you know. Okay. This is D. Okay. Let me get into the theorem to discuss the properties. Okay, see, what is the theorem statement? Okay. Let capital I be the incenter of triangle ABC. In center of triangle ABC. I is the incenter of triangle ABC. Okay, this is. If the angular bisector of passing through A, if the angular bisector through A meets BC bar at D. Okay, if angular bisector of angle A, angular bisector of angle A meets BC bar at D. Okay, if the angular bisector, if the internal angular bisector, give some clarity, if the internal angular bisector of angle A meets BC bar at D, okay, then we have to write two properties here. Then the first property, very, very important property, that is BD is to DC, the angular bisector of A meets BC bar at D. Then the ratio of these two lengths, BD is to DC, is equals to AB is to AC. The first property is BD is to DC is equals to AB is to AC. Also, this one is called as angular bisector theorem. This statement, okay, angular bisector theorem. This theorem says about this property. Angular bisector theorem says about this property. Let me explain now. The second property is, see here. So, already I wrote BD is to DC is equals to AB is to AC. Okay. Now, second property is AI is to ID. AI is to ID. AI is to ID is equals to, AI is to ID is equals to, okay, the ratio of AI is to ID is equals to AB plus AC is to BC. AB plus AC is to the ratio of AB plus AC and BC. Okay, so BD is to DC is equals to AB is to AC. According to the naming convention in triangle of mathematics, according to the naming convention of triangle in mathematics, this length, BC length, this length which is opposite to capital A, this length which is opposite to capital A vertex will be taken as small a, you know, according to the naming convention, okay, of the triangle in mathematics. This length will be taken, this length which is opposite to capital A, this length which is opposite to capital A will be taken as small a. This length AC which is opposite to capital B will be taken this as small b, you know, okay. This is the length AB which is opposite to vertex C. We have to, this length will be taken as C, you know, okay. So by the way, we have to rewrite this one. BD is to DC is equals to the first property. BD is to DC is equals to AB is to AC. AB is to AC means C is to B. We have to write like this also. C is to B. In the same way, AI is to ID is equals to the second one. AI is to ID is equals to, this is the statement. What is AB? C. What is AC? B. What is BC? A. So this also we have to write AB plus AC. AB plus AC means C plus B is to A. We have to rewrite these two statements also like this. Okay. Now I am going to prove the first property now. I am going to prove the first property now. Listen to carefully. So here first we have to prove this property here, which is called angular bisector theorem statement, that is. So let me explain about the first property now. Okay. See here. So first proof. So to get this proof, to prove this one, let me again draw the triangle. This is, so this is A, this is B, this is C. Okay. This is the angular bisector of angle A, angular bisector of angle A. So this is the point of concurrency of angular bisectors through B, through C. This is I. Already I told that the angular bisector of angle A meets BC bar at D. Now we have to prove BD is to DC is equals to, this length is small a, this length is small b, this length is small c, you know. Okay. Now we have to prove BD is to DC is equals to C is to B. Now we have to prove. So for this, listen carefully. First I am drawing a parallel line. First I am drawing a parallel line for AB bar through C like this. This is the construction. To prove this one, this is the some construction. So this is the line parallel to AB. Drawn parallel line to AB bar passing through C. Drawn parallel line to AB bar passing through C. Passing through C. Okay. So some construction it is. Just you have to extend this line. You have to extend this line, this angular bisector, until this line meets this parallel line. You have to extend this line until this line meets this parallel line like this. This is the line parallel to AB bar. Now I am extending this angular bisector line AD bar until, that means to meet this parallel line at somewhere. Okay. So I am taking this one as E. Listen carefully. This one as E. So here this is two parallel lines. These two are the parallel lines, you know. Automatically this is the transverse. These two are the parallel lines. This is the transverse. What do you say? What do you say? These two are parallel lines. This is the transverse. Then the angle of this one should be same. Internal interior angles you have to say. Those should be equal. That means angle A not half of angle A. This one is equals to this one. That means angle BAD is equals to angle CED. Angle CED, because these two are the parallel lines, this is the transverse, automatically these two angles should be same. But it is angular bisector. That means this AI bisects the angle here. That means if this part is 45 degrees, then this is also 45 degrees. If this angle is 30 degrees, this is also 30 degrees. So these two are same. These two angles should be same. Automatically, this is the angular bisector. So this is also same. This one also having same angle of this one. Both are same angles. This is also. So this one equal to this angle is equal to this angle is equal to this angle. Okay, remember. Okay, see. So clearly angle BAD is equals to angle CED. It is clear the angle ADB is equals to the angle EDC, you know. Okay, it is clear. Angle ADB is equals to angle ADB is equals to angle CDE. Angle CDE. So these two angles same. These two angles same. By AA criteria, these two and these two. By AA criteria, automatically you have to say this one. Automatically you have to say this triangle and this triangle are to be similar. Okay, by AA criteria. In this one, these two are same. In this one, these two are same. So by the way, by the observation of these two, we have to say by the criteria of angle criteria. So we have to say triangle ADB is similar to triangle ADB is similar to triangle EDC. Triangle ADB is similar to triangle EDC. So by the properties of similar triangles, automatically the ratio of corresponding sides should be same. You know, the ratio of corresponding sides. That means in this one, this angle, in this one, this angle should be same. So what is the opposite side of this one? AB. What is the opposite side of this one? EC. That means AB by EC. AB by EC is equals to, now consider this angle. So what is the corresponding side of this one? BD. What is the corresponding side of this one in this triangle? This one. So the corresponding side of this angle is this one. The corresponding side of this angle is this one. That means BD by DC. BD by DC. What we need here? BD by DC is equals to C is to B. So we have to find BD by DC here. Okay. What is AB? The length AB is denoted with C. So BD by DB is equals to C by EC. EC means this one. But we have to prove BD by DC is equals to C by B. That means BD by DC is equals to C. Okay. We have to check what about EC now. If EC is equals to small b, then hence the theorem. Theorem is over. Okay, see. One more observation here. Listen to me. Actually, just you have to think about this triangle. What it is? Triangle CAE. What about triangle CAE? In triangle CAE, you know, this angle and this angle should be same. This angle should be same. Automatically, this angle same. That means angle CAD is equals to, in triangle CAE, angle CAD, this is equals to angle CED. That means in triangle CAE, this angle same. That means this is the isosceles triangle. Two angles same in this one. So it is clear this is isosceles triangle. Okay, what are the angles same here? This one and this one. Automatically, the corresponding side of this angle is this one. The corresponding side of this angle is this one. Should be same. Therefore, EC is equals to AC. Okay. Therefore, EC is equals to AC. So, we have to call this one, we have to call this one as one equation. Then, from 1, what you say? 1 implies BD by DC is equals to, BD by DC is equals to AB by EC, AB by EC, but EC is nothing but AC, so AB by AC. What is AB? AB distance is C. What is AC? This is B. So, it is clear, automatically this is C, this is B, so automatically BD by DC is equals to C by B, which is the first property we have stated there. Okay, so listen to me carefully. Suppose you have to take triangle ABC like this. It is angular bisector of angle A. If this angular bisector of angle A meets BC bar at somewhere D, then BD is to DC is equals to AB is to AC. In the same way, we have to tell that one as BD is to DC is equals to C is to B. This is the first property. Okay? Okay. So, this is the second property. It will be proved in the next session. Okay? Thank you.